Hey bud, so check this out. Mama accepted our offer to join our team, and she already had her first interview this week. Can you believe it? Oh, right. Well, we hope our viewers are as excited as we were to hear from Paula at Old Dog Haven. We love what they do and wanted a chance to hear more about their amazing organization. Take it away, Mama.
Thank you again so much for joining us. Why don't you just give a quick who are you and a little bit about Old Dog Haven?
So Old Dog Haven is a senior dog rescue in Western Washington. And the organization was started in 2004 by our founders, Judith and Lee Piper. And how this happened was a friend of theirs asked them to take in a senior dog. The owner was moving into assisted living, and the dogs couldn't do the stairs to get in and out. So they adopted the dog, and the dog was with them for a short while, but the dog had a wonderful, wonderful end of life with them. And then they got 2 more senior dogs, and they thought, hey, this is something we can do. So they started the organization, and our mission is to provide homes for old dogs 8 and over who have found themselves abandoned at this time in their life. What's unusual about us is we're not a physical shelter. So what we are is we're a network of foster homes, and these are permanent foster homes, which we call final refuge. So the dog becomes a final refuge dog, and then they stay within the home with the permanent foster for the rest of their lives. Old Dog Haven provides all the veterinary care, and the dog is loved and cared for the rest of its life. Most of the dogs we get are out of the local shelters. Some of them are from owners who need to rehome their senior dog, like, for instance, the person who needs to go into assisted living. Mm-hmm. And then another really big thing we do is called placement. Okay. So shelters and individuals will contact us, and the placement director will assess whether it's a dog that we feel we could help find a home. Mm-hmm. And then we will post that on our website and on our Facebook page. And we've had a lot of success with this, because we have such a following of people who really are following it because they love old dogs. And so, let's see, I would say since 2004, we have helped almost 7,000 senior dogs.
Wow.
And currently we have over 320 dogs in permanent care.
Oh my gosh. So what's the span? What's the range? Like where's the farthest dogs are located in Western Washington? I'm just curious.
Well, we go down to like Olympia, Vancouver area, okay, which is down southwestern Washington, and then pretty much all the way up to, around the border of Canada. We don't have very many homes around there. Most of our homes are centered in Seattle, mm-hmm. The east side areas around Everett and Snohomish, Arlington, mm-hmm. and again around the Tacoma area as well.
Wow, that's so cool. Do you have any updates for us on Grace?
I'm assuming you mean this Gracie.
Unicorn. Yes, Grace the unicorn. Yes.
Yeah, so Gracie has her own Instagram page, as you know, and she's doing great. They named her Great. They call her the little unicorn because she has a tiny, tiny bump on the top of her head, and it looks like there's a unicorn horn sprouting out.
Unicorn, I know.
So she's doing wonderfully, and that's just an example of when she came to us, she needed to be spayed. Mm-hmm. She had mammary tumors that needed to be removed, which is really common in dogs that we get who have not been spayed. And of course, dachshund mouths are terrible. So she needed an extensive dental. Oh. He's so cute. So yeah, once these dogs get the vet care, they can turn around and be comfortable and enjoy their senior years. And that's our goal, really. We even take in dogs that, I printed out a couple photos. This dog, this one, her name is Chanel. Yeah, and her story is really special because when she arrived at her home, not only did she have physical problems, but she was kind of withdrawn. She had shut out. It was like she had given up on life, and she needed serious medical attention. So we got her to the vet. And then with patience and love on the part of the fosters, she's completely turned around. It's like night and day. I mean, you can see she didn't really like to be touched. She didn't seek attention. And you can tell she's sitting on her foster mom's lap there. I mean, it's just precious. And
That is just.
I have a little quote here from her foster mom.
Yes, love to hear.
It's been so amazing and rewarding to witness Chanel, who was literally at death's door, transform into a happy, playful dog that loves life.
Gosh,
so that's just. and so
you
people will, sometimes we'll get. Yeah, we'll get dogs that the shelter will or something we'll think it's short-term hospice. So the purpose of that is to have the dog being cared and know they're loved. They're not dying alone in the shelter. They're in a home. And so some fosters will take these dogs in knowing, well, they could only have a week, 2 weeks, or something, and every once in a while, like a mirror, like Chanel, they completely turn around. This little dog, Angel, actually, she just celebrated her 17th birthday.
Oh my gosh, Angel!
She was 16 when she arrived, and it's the same story. The prep foster was prepared for it to be a little short term. But they decided to go along with the veterinary care she needed, and it was a long road to recovery. It was very challenging, but like 3 weeks or after the surgery, she woke up and it was like she was a totally different dog, and she started responding and feeling good, and yeah, it's just amazing.
So how can our viewers and us, how can we help? What are the things that we can do to help you succeed with finding these dogs and taking them in and just taking care of them?
Well, of course, donate. It helps us immensely because, with all these dogs in our care, and they're seniors, and seniors are expensive to take care of. So, any amount helps. No matter, I always say, no matter how small or how big, it helps them all. And you can go to our website, olddoghaven.org, or, following us on Instagram and Facebook will keep everybody up to date on what's going on. If the larger following we get on social media, the more people know about us and help us spread the word. And, our supporters will just continue to grow and flourish. Yeah. And of course, if you live in Western Washington and you feel like, I really want to do this, I want to bring an old dog into my home, become a permanent foster, go to our website, fill out our application.
Wow. This was the first organization I'd heard of. I've had friends talk about you guys, and so we checked you out, and this was the first organization that I've ever heard of this type of care. So, but I'm sure it's expanded all over now. But that is so cool and so unique, and just so great that you guys are located here near us. But it's just an awesome organization, and all the work that you do is just amazing, unbelievable. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate the time to just explain everything to us. And like I said, we are big time followers and just absolute fans of the work that you guys do. So thank you again.
A special thanks to Old Dog Haven for taking the time to speak with us.